Good evening from Galesburg High School. Deja vu. Good evening from Galesburg High School. This is Quincy High. Blue Devil basketball, Western Big Six style from the girls' side. And good evening, I'm Jeff Wellman, and welcome to John Field Gymnasium. We were up here on Tuesday. Should have spent the night. We're back again. It was a good ball game on Tuesday as the Devils won 90-35 in their game, staying undefeated in the conference. Tonight, it'll be the chance for the Blue Devil Gals to avenge a loss earlier this season, 44-41 at Blue Devil Gymnasium in that ball game. Longcore, but got to get up to that game there. Brown had 14 points, Byquist and Nicholson had 7, and Longcore had 6 as the Devils fought back in the third quarter. Down pretty far in the third as they were down by 1. Heck, check that. Up by 1 after one quarter, down by 4 at halftime, down by 15 after 3, but made it a 3-point game and finished up. Devils come in 14-8, 5-4 in the conference. On the other side, Galesburg at the top of the conference with Sterling, 18-5, and they're 8-1 in the conference. And that 8-1 is tied with Sterling, and that's who the Blue Devils will play on Saturday at Homer Musgrove in Sterling. We will not be there, but Coach Pettit is here tonight. Coach, this will be a great matchup tonight. The band rocks just as loud on these nights as they do for the boys' games.
Well, what you've got here is two battle-tested teams, that are going to get after it and provide us with a very, very good game tonight. Once again, first meeting, they lose by 3 at home. Sounds like they came back and made a pretty good, run back at the end of the game. I think this is a better team now. You look at, Quincy High's losses. You've got St. Ignatius ranked 2nd in the state, Sterling ranked 6th, Galesburg ranked 11th. And then you go Millard North and Stratford, 2 great teams, throw in there a couple of wins. Now, we're going through the second round, of the Western Big Six. We're on the road here in Galesburg. We have Sterling on the road also. And then we will have Alleman at home. Okay, so this game tonight, big game, to get back into the race, start making it a little bit closer because I think you got a lot of teams that can beat a lot of teams.
And we'll have that. We'll break down the Western Big Six in a second break. After our next break, Coach's comments will be here. We'll hear from Coach Dance. And then after that, we'll pick up the Western Big Six and where we stand as we've got the Blue Devils and the Silver Streaks right here on MeccaSportsCo.com.
For many, your home and auto are 2 of the biggest investments you'll make. With well-planned coverage from Pekin Insurance, you can rest easy. At Freiburg Insurance in Quincy, they're ready to talk with you about covering the things you care about most: your home, your car, and your family. At Freiburg Insurance, they'll be glad to review your insurance needs and put together a policy that fits you and your budget. Call 217-224-7774 and rest easy knowing you're covered by Pekin Insurance.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th, Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
And welcome back to the pregame show. Of course, Coach's comments are brought to you by Kunis Honda, Kunis Hyundai, Faith Family, and Giving Back. Coach Dance is with me right now with the Blue Devils, and we've got a big matchup here, but more so this week kind of flown by, don't you think?
Yeah, we had a pretty good week of practice. We had Cameron was out sick a couple days, but I think she's back now. So it's getting better. It's just a slow process between the flu bug that's gone around our team the last 2.5 weeks, and then some injuries, stuff like that. So some more time off didn't hurt us anything, but yeah, I'm ready to go.
I think you meant that last week, because I think last week you had a lot of hodgepodge practices for the same reason, injuries and sickness. Well, this is not the week to be sick. We've got 2 big matchups here. These are 2 games that got by us earlier this season. We had Galesburg beating us 44-41, then of course Sterling as well. A good game for Saturday, so it's a good week to test us.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we've got 7 games that come up in a hurry here in the next 2 weeks, so it's going to test the girls, and you know it'll see what we're made of, and I'm excited for the challenge to see how we step up to it.
All right, we know we can play with those teams, obviously, as they were close games, and Sterling seemed to be the one getting away with the most close games. But let's back up here a little bit. How are the injuries? How's the sicknesses right now?
I think we're doing all right. I mean, we still have some cold and illness going around the team, but it's, I think everybody in America has that right now. So we just kind of got to battle through it and keep working, and we'll be ready to go hopefully tonight.
Hamby and Byquist, both ankles are.
It seems like they're fine. So yeah, no news is good news.
Yeah, there you go. Well, we mentioned that last week in our broadcast when Cam got the ball at half court, and instead of her just busting out to go to the hole, she waited for everybody. So you could tell she was still wasn't quite there.
Yeah, and hopefully tonight, we'll see. I think we'll be ready to go. So
sounds like a winner. Well, good luck, and we'll talk to you after the ball game.
Thank you very much.
And that's Brad Dance, and coach's comments are brought to you by Cunis Honda, Cunis Hyundai, Faith Family, and Giving Back. When we return, the Blue Devils and the Silver Streaks, right here on MeccaSportsCo.com.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at Cunis Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
Back at John Thiel Gymnasium, Jeff Wellman, Dave Pettit. You never know how loud it is. And the interview we had the band a little bit earlier when I did coach at halftime of the first game. And then when they're loud here, we're still coming across good. But us listening to the band, you feel like you're part of the band right now.
Oh yeah, well it's great atmosphere, up here at the Thiel, So I'm gonna tell you what. I think it's a better atmosphere tonight than it was on Tuesday night, to be honest with you. I think there's more fans out here.
It was a good look Tuesday, and of course the Devils did a good job. And Coach,
Devils Devils travel well. You know what I mean? But tonight just seems like lower level. The Galesburg side is full.
It is.
It was not like this last night. And then we got some scattered up top also, and plus. Gosh, I think there's more band members here, too, to be honest with you.
I have no doubt there. And by the way, I'm going to amend our post game on Tuesday night. We came out, and of course, I saved my time because, I always joke with Coach. He always says, well, he asked me 3 more questions, so he didn't get back in time. I always thought it's kind of fun. But what we did do is, now I lost my train of thought here. We were just talking down the other side there.
Well, I tell you what, talking about atmosphere here, all you have to do is look up the banners. 97 girls, 4th place. 98 girls, Elite 8. 99 girls, state runners-up. 2,000 girls, 4th place in the state. 2001, 4th place. 2002, Sweet 16. 2003, Elite 8. 2011, Elite 8, 2015, Sweet 16. That all has to do with Evan Massey, the program that he's built here. And I think he's had 800-plus wins, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe more than that. I don't know.
We'll have to double check. By the way, I did remember my amendment. We picked BL3 as the player of the game. I got home, looked at my book. I said, now wait a minute here. I'm missing 3 points. It was a 3-pointer right here from the right wing in the second quarter from Dom Clay. That gave Dom 14, and then I started thinking, Dom had a pretty impressive offensive and defensive night.
Oh, yeah.
He needs to be added into the player of the game for Tuesday night, so I'm amending. BL3 is still there, and Dom Clay joined him on Tuesday night.
Yep. Dom's done a great job, start to finish.
Yep, the more we thought about that, I was trying to get out of our postgame so fast, and, of course, BL3 did start the game off pretty awesome on the offensive side, then on offense in the second quarter, picked it up with assists. Hey, let's look at the conference right now for the Blue Devil Gals. Leading the way, Sterling and Galesburg. That's who we've got this week. Of course, Galesburg tonight at Sterling at 1:30 on Saturday. We'll give you updates but there's no way we can make the 1:30 game there and the Crossroads Devils game at 5:45 at Normal West. So that is one of the last 2 games that we will not get of the Devils. The other one is Hannibal later on as the Blue Devils boys play on that day as well. 8-1 Sterling, 8-1 Galesburg. Then you go Alleman at 6-3. Devils are at 5-4. We keep thinking back to that Rocky game. Maybe should have been 6-3 there. Moline's 4-5. Rocky's 4-6. Geneseo's 2-8, and East Moline is 0-9. And that wraps out your conference. Of course, there was one extra game in there. Rock Island and Geneseo got a game in early and played it, and that's why they have 10 games in the conference up here. So should be a good one. And of course, it always starts, and the Silver Streaks know the Devils are going to try to go to Jada and get it inside, kick it back out. We look for our outside shooters, and now that we've healed it a little bit, we should be good. Sorry for that interruption, by the way, in the pregame. I turned to Coach was over here, and he was setting up the light for the introductions. So your job is never over as a high school coach and athletic director. We get ready for the starting lineup. They always bring out the flag, and then they hook it up and hoist it up, which is really nice at half court. We'll stay for the national anthem. Then we'll take our break as usual for our starting lineup, which is Blessing Health, Blessing Orthopedic, and Sports Medicine. We've got you covered from head to toe, but not quite yet. Our national anthem now. After, of course, a brief announcement here.
Where he plans to study business marketing. Senior Ethan Oxley. This coming as we reach lives and really American with the playing of our national anthem.
And the Galesburg Band doing a wonderful job there of our national anthem. And when we come back, the starting lineups, of course, brought to you by Blessing Health. We've got you covered from head to toe.
From competitive youth sports to high school and college athletes to fitness enthusiasts, sports injuries can easily put you on the sidelines. Our orthopedic surgeons and sports medicine physicians are here to diagnose and treat your sports injuries should they arise. Every step of your journey matters to us, and when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. At Blessing Health, we've got you covered from head to toe.
Back at Galesburg as we get ready for the starting lineups. And, you know, the other night I was ready, Coach. I had my phone with the light on, all ready to go because I knew the lights were going to go out, and they did not go out. Tonight, my phone is 12 feet to my left being charged, and so we're going to have to wait until they pop the lights back on to give you the starting lineup of both squads here. Of course, I can tell you right now, the Blue Devils in their road blue, trimmed in white, and they will go the same way. I got to double check on that. Cam Byquist was starting, right?
Yes.
So we'll have Byquist and Longcore into the lineup. Jada Brown, Madeline Hamby, and Chloe Nicholson. Head coach, of course, Brad Dance, assisted by Brad Bergman, Katie Klopper. First game, Devils lost there, and it wasn't really a close one at all. As we break down the numbers, so you do have them. Longcore wears 14, Byquist wears 20, Jada Brown wears 21, number 23, Madeline Hamby, and number 24, Chloe Nicholson. I probably could have gave those to you off the top of my head now that we've followed them enough. And, of course, Galesburg, they got that lineup full of the Herschenroders.
What, there's like 3 of them?
Yes, triplets.
Triplets,
And, of course, when we talk about the road, we also talk about Don O'Brien. Don O'Brien, I thought, might make the road trip up here either on Tuesday or Thursday. Shot me a message this afternoon. He had to stay at work. So the Better Business Bureau is being better today with Don hanging around. And they do have a video here on the board, but we can't see it as it's to our right. Let me see your light there again, Coach, for one brief second.
I'm off to get it back. There it is.
Here's your starting lineup for the Silver Streaks. Starting all 3 of the Herschenroders. That'll be number 10, Taylor, number 11, Ella, and number 12, Grace. They are all 5'7". They are all sophomores. They are triplets. So, yes, you got to, at least tonight, we don't have to worry about them subbing in. Usually they start 1 or 2 of them and then sub the other ones in. Jocelyn Kilgore, of course, her sister played last year. She's a sophomore, 5'10". Had a good ball game last time.
So we got 4 sophomores?
And then we've got Jocelyn Peck, the senior at 5'10", number 42. Yes. And, of course, Lexi DeMott is the head coach. And, of course, Coach mentioned Coach Massey after all these years. And I haven't got the gist. I know in the summer we talked about they're going to honor Coach Massey. There you go, Coach. And actually put his name on the floor. So I don't know if they got a special spot for him or what they'll do. But
well, they'll probably do the other side and the other side. So you got Thiel, Evan Massey floor at John Thiel Gymnasium. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Starting lineups
if I had
are
to
in.
guess.
And the lights are back on. And, of course, Chad Thompson, the head coach, was doing the lighting tonight. So, of course, in high school, you got to do a lot of different things. Devs will be working left to right on your dial. Silver Streaks the opposite way. Peck will be in the center circle for the Silver Streaks. Brown in there for the Devils. And we are ready to go here, folks. Glad you're with us. Tip is one. Didn't go up very high. Jada Brown got to it and got it to Longcore. In the half-court set. Right wing, Byquist. Into the high post, Jada Brown. Kicks it out to the right corner. Shot from 3. No good. Hamby had a good look at it. Weak side rebound. Herschenroder. Pretty soon you might hear me just say Taylor, Ella, and Grace. Just not to confuse them. Inside shot. Oh, I thought it was going to bounce over by Peck. It took a bounce, and then he came back to the rim and stayed in. Galesburg gets the first score of the ball game. Full court pressure being applied by the Silver Streaks. Chloe Nicholson to trigger it. 85 feet from our basket and from us. Into the middle of the court. Good job, Jada Brown. She's got a 3-on-2. Stop, steps in, good move. And to the hole, Jada Brown gets the first score for the Devils. And of
strong move by Jada, handling the ball, getting into the middle of the lane, getting a good soft look at it.
The Browns are here as they were walked in. I was looking for him earlier, then Coach Pettit came up and said, I saw Coach Brown, and I wasn't thinking our Coach Brown, and I went, who? And so, of course, Ryan will miss some action here coming up as he's going in the Hall of Fame in Chillicothe, Ohio. Not only as an individual, but also with his team. Shot no good. Silver Streaks get the rebound, though. Nicholson had a hold of it, had it taken away by Peck. So 2 offensive rebounds. That one was partially blocked by Longcore. Nice job. She blocks Ella. Deep. All the way to the hole. Good job by Madeline Hamby to catch that ball. Long pass by Longcore.
That's been our Achilles heel all year, giving up the offensive rebounds. We were just lucky that neither one of those short looks went in.
4-2, Silver Streaks. Actually, Devils have the lead. 6.5 left, first quarter action. Glad to be up here. I like the spot up here in the corner, kind of like our perch there at Blue Devil Gymnasium.
The nest.
Inside, blocked from behind, Nicholson. Peck gets the ball. No good on the shot. On the weak side, Nicholson flashed over, and we're going to have 2 shots. So, again, 2 offensive rebounds. Devils did get a block shot. The second one's called a foul. And that will be the first one of the game, and it's on Chloe Nicholson. Heading to the line on the other side. Kilgore, Jocelyn, she'll shoot 2. And now I drew that blank, Coach, as to where her sister went to play. S&T, does that sound right maybe? It sure does. Missouri S&T sounds right. Used to be Rolla for all those people out there in the past. Second free throw's up. Is good. 2 for 2 for Kilgore. Game ties up 4-4. Substitution on the far side. Into the ball game will be Lily Furrow. Look like Peck to check out. Nope, Peck checks in. Checks in. Kilgore took a seat. Devils beating it in the half court. In the corner. Brown almost like she didn't want to make that pass. Went around the court. Good shot from the left side. That's Miley Longcore for 3. Of course, that 3 is brought to you by Woodmart Building Center. WoodmartBuildingCenter.com.
Good ball movement by the Blue Devils.
Devils up 7-4, back on defense. Good job by Nicholson. She's behind Peck. Somehow, I thought Nicholson tipped it away, and Peck thinks the same thing because she's standing there going, wait a minute, it's not our ball out of bounds. She'll hustle back now in the one, not really a 1-2-2, although it kind of has that look as they man up a little bit. Jada Brown across the timeline. Nicholson into the corner to Byquist. Byquist back to Nicholson.
Kind of a unique scenario where you got your two bigs bringing the ball down against man pressure.
There it is in the high post, the back cut. Nicholson, shot, no good. Just off the iron, rolled out. That's that one I like for a bank shot, when you get that little 8 to 12 footer out there. Silver Streaks with the basketball. Devils with the lead, 7-4. So glad you're with us tonight.
You still like to see Chloe being aggressive, you know, taking the ball and getting those 10, 12 footers.
In the 1-2-2 in the half court, Byquist is at the point. Hamby and Longcore at the high post, low post. Brown and Nicholson. Devils doing a good job here. Again, after those shot clocks, you start getting in that shot clock mode. Left side, shot no good off the iron. On the floor, it bounced once. Longcore grabbed it, but also one of the Silver Streaks, so we had a jump ball. It will go back over to the Silver Streaks since the Devils won the first jump of the ball game. Peck checks out for Silver Streaks. Devils still keep their starting 5 in there.
Do you count that as an offensive rebound?
No.
Question.
Yeah, I guess since they called it a jump right away, it wouldn't be. Inside, no good on the shot. Kilgore took the shot. Rebounding is Nicholson for the Devils.
Good box out by Chloe.
Down to the right corner, Byquist. Cutter comes across low. Longcore's not there. Byquist brings it back with a dribble into the high post. Brown. Oh, and Brown. Yeah, I think she did sneak one extra one in there. Normally, Jada has that great move. She came to the right, changed it back to the left, and then snuck one in there.
So we don't have a sideway Euro Asian?
She could have, if she continued on the right way, going east, she'd have been fine. She changed her mode and headed back the other way. Three-pointer, no good. Weak side rebound by Hamby, but then she passed it to the weak side, taking the ball away. Was Kilgore. Kilgore missed the shot. Offensive rebound. Another offensive rebound.
Yeah.
At least 5 or 6. Wow, Nicholson
Another
could have been
one.
called. Nicholson could have been called for the foul.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm trying to see, that's number 3 that's in the ball game.
That could have been her second here, you know, with only 4 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Chloe
she has
May.
to be a little careful. But everybody else needs to get in and take care of the glass.
2-on-1. Byquist tried to bounce it across. It was a nice idea. It came up a little hot and out of bounds. Yeah, on the other end there, that last time it was Chloe May, and she's got a ponytail braided all the way down her back so you can't tell her number. She got one of them. So I'd say we're probably giving up about 6 or 7 offensive boards already.
Oh, yeah.
Halfway through.
That's been our Achilles heel. Gosh.
Devils doing a good job in the short corner. They had a trap going on. Ball was tipped out, and Byquist steals it. Here comes Jada. Hesitation. Oh, a crossover
Great
with her
move.
left hand. That was sweet. It just didn't go for it. Rolled off the front of the iron.
Ooh.
On the other end, all the way to the hole. Zanea Carter hits the basket.
Got to stop the ball a little bit further out.
That's a shame on the last one for Jada. That was a sweet take.
Oh, yeah.
On the left side of the perimeter. In the corner. Now back to the wing is Byquist.
They don't have anybody guard Jada. They need to get it to her down there on the block and let her go to work.
Nicholson going the hole. And Chloe went to grab it to bring it up to shoot or pass, and it's scooted out of bounds. 3:14 left in the first. Quincy High still holding on to a 7-6 lead. Yeah, that move by Jada the last time. Down the court, crossed over to her left, used her left, and it just came off the front of the rim. Half court set. Herschenrotter, Ella. She's at the top of the key. It goes inside to Kilgore. Now comes back out. Ella fires a three. No good.
Another offensive rebound.
Longcore had started to screen her out, and that was Kilgore.
Another offensive
Peck
rebound.
on the other side with it. This one's Kilgore. Kilgore goes in strong with the offensive rebound. Coach, I got 7 or 8 offensive boards, and now Silver Streaks with an 8-7 lead. Way too many second opportunities.
Oh.
Left side, Byquist takes the three. No good. Mia Elephants checks in. She gets the weak side rebound, but then dribbles off her foot. Kilgore picks it up for the Silver Streaks. Galesburg into the high post. Kilgore turns around, takes the 9-footer, good.
That might have been the first shot that they haven't got off a second chance point.
That is true. 6 points now for Kilgore inside. It's a 6-point run and now a 3-point lead by the Silver Streaks. And the Devils lose the ball out of bounds again. Yeah, we had a little bit of a lull there trying to score. And we gave up at least 7 offensive rebounds so far. We played halfway through the first quarter. Devils doing a good job in the short corner. Kilgore kicks it back out. Stays on the perimeter. Hirschenroder. She's got help from her sisters. She's got Grace on her right. On her left, she's got Taylor. She is Ella. Where's number 11? And they go 10, 11, 12, so that's kind of nice. Inside, ball hits the floor, and then so does Brown. And we got a jump ball. Jada saw the ball hit the floor.
We get this one.
Peck had lost the ball down there for Galesburg. Coming back into the ball game, Chloe May. Checking out one of the Hirschenroders. That'd be Taylor, number 10. Still putting full court pressure. Silver Streaks against the Devils. Lobbed it in to Brown. Brown looks opposite side to Nicholson. Nicholson back into the middle court to the left baseline. Good job of passing that ball. Give Brown the assist. Byquist gets the shot. That one she looked pretty comfortable in, Coach.
That was a set shot, basically, from 10 foot. She didn't, get up and jump. But it was a nice stroke, and it went in.
And she knew what she needed from that point. It's when she gets back out to that three-point line, we'll keep an eye on that one. 10-9 Streaks. 1:26 left, first quarter action. Wellman Pettit on this Thursday night. Deja vu from Tuesday night. Not as high-powered so far. May from the left side. Her three no good. Nicholson gets the rebound, but then turns to pass the ball, and it's taken away by Peck. So if we haven't given an offensive rebound, we've had a turnover on at least 2 of them.
Another offensive rebound. Should have been a foul.
Nicholson gets a block shot. She's had 2 block shots that were definitely fouls.
And probably 2 more that haven't been.
And a double dribble probably right there that they didn't really see. In transition, Hamby from the left corner. No good. Weak side tipped around. Grabbed there by Lily Furrow. She just checked back into the ball game for the Silver Streaks. Inside, a minute left in the first. Yeah, we've had a lot of offensive boards, and we've gotten lucky a couple times. Longcore with a great steal there, but then saves it, and he goes right back in. Stepping down and taking the basket is Lily Furrow. So when we have done a good job of saving something, we've saved it right in their hands. Not much you can do about that. Longcore in transition. Lobs it inside Jada Brown. Jada looks first, waited, then she turned around, took the shot, and missed it. Had a good look the first one. In transition for Galesburg. Getting down to 10, now under 10, left in the first quarter. Hirschenroder to her sister on the right side. In the high post, turning in, getting to the basket, missing the shot. Longcourt comes down with it, but almost has it taken away. And we've played 1 quarter here at John Thiel Gymnasium in Galesburg. It's the Silver Streaks 9, the Blue Devils, check that, the Silver Streaks 12, and the Blue Devils 9. Back with second half action, second quarter first, right here on MechaSportsCo.com.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any 2 of those for $5. You can't beat a made-from-scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
At least, there we go. Back at Galesburg, 1 quarter in the books. The Silver Streaks are up 12-9. Coach and I are talking, of course. You heard it throughout the first quarter. We gave up 2 offensive rebounds on 3 possessions. and maybe an extra one there. We definitely have 7 or 8 offensive rebounds we have given up. And then we have a couple rebounds we turned and thrown the ball away. So we might have another 4 turnovers on top of that, Coach.
Oh, you can't have empty possessions, against a very, very good team like Galesburg.
We'll be fighting back like we did at third quarter at Quincy High when we matched up early in the year.
Well, Galesburg's a very sound team, make good passes. They go to the glass. I mean, every time that ball goes up, you got 3 of them hitting the glass hard.
Shot from the right side, no good. This time, rebound inside by Nicholson.
Good job.
Yeah, we mentioned the Hershenroters. Inside, they've got Peck and Kilgore. Also, Furrow comes in, so they've got some size.
Well, they've got good
right
shot.
Side, good pass. Good. Miley Longcore hits a three-pointer from the right side. She had one in the first quarter, and that ties the game up at 12. Also sends out a shot to Kevin and everybody at Woodmart Building Center at the Jack McKenzie Thoroughfare. Actually, just the street from 18th to 12th. We'll get
Well, Jada started driving to the basket. They double teamed, and then,
good job there. Jada actually did a little fake. She was going to go out to the short corner. That left Kilgore wide open for a shot. She missed it, but Jada got the rebound. Peck's called on her first of the second quarter, I believe. There was another one up there, but they're not in the game right now. So Devils will have the ball. Full court pressure coming from the Silver Streaks. As you mentioned, Brown and Nicholson, the tall ones, bringing the ball up. Left side, Longcore into the left corner, Byquist. Right corner is Hamby. Back to the top, we'll go left side again. Here's a little screen from Jada. Cameron looked for the pass right away. Ball gets worked over to the right side. Back to the top of the key. Longcore just dodges that half-court line and over and back.
If she'd have put her heel down, she'd have been over and back.
There was no doubt about that. Brown from 30 feet starts, stops, 12 feet. Good. Jada brought it in. I love when she faces up and brings the ball to the hole.
It's that mid-range game.
We've been talking about that. Need a sponsor from somebody with a range. Range Rover or your electric range in your kitchen. Shot from the left corner. Nice shot from the southpaw. Hershenroter. And that was Ella. She hits the three-pointer. And then the Devils in transition throw the ball away. So lose the lead at 15-14, then lose the ball. We actually get it back. Okay, last touch by Galesburg. Awesome.
Well, you got to locate the shooters, and I think darn near everybody in his team shoots pretty well.
And the two big ones inside between Peck and Kilgore, and also Furrow inside. Good size. They all hit the boards. Devils, right side, Byquist. Here comes Hamby out to set a screen. Byquist will back up, now crossover dribble. She'll skip it down to the left corner, back to the left wing. Good screen there by Brown. Actually, Brown just a breeze by there. They're going to call Jada on the foul. She didn't move out, so I thought that was good, but I thought there was a bump.
Well, she didn't get exactly set.
Right.
You set a screen, you get over there, you get set, and it's the person coming off the screen that needs to run them into. You can't be moving, both of you moving at the same time.
Yeah, and I thought Jada had already made her move off the roll before they ended up calling that. From the left side, three-pointer. That's Chloe May for the Silver Streaks. They've got 2 3-pointers in this quarter and now lead 18-14. 5.5 left in the first half. Devils. This time Brown does hold her spot. Then she steps behind the three-point line. Ball goes out to her. Longcore didn't have a shot. Jada did. Jada hits the three-pointer. Timeout called. And Jada's three-pointer brought to you by Woodmart Building Center. Kevin's got good wood. Last week he had wood, he had good wood, he had great wood, Coach Pettit said, all in the same sentence. I loved it. And, of course, before one of these last games come up, we'll have to get Kevin up in the pregame for a couple minutes, thank him. And we were going to go out and get some of the sponsors and take pictures in front of the car and with our banners. And I talked to Honda about doing that later this week. And, of course, it is later. But Thursday and Friday weren't sunny as like the early part of the week. It was rainy, drizzly, and not a good picture day. So we'll get them there. By the way, speaking of faith, family, and giving back, I just saw where the Kunis family gave $7,500 to the, it's the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. I had to think of the actual terminology, and that'll help them with their banquet and some of the awards as well as their camp that's going on. So again, reaching out to the community, finding organizations that fall with the their motto, faith, family, and giving back. So good job there, QHS. After the timeout, here we go back to the action there. Devils picking up man-to-man now. I think there's 5 minutes left. The backboard is in my way.
5:01.
There we are. Thank you, Coach. Jada Brown out there on Kilgore. Ball comes left side. In the ball game now. Well, she was in earlier. Zanaya Carter has that ball. Nicholson has her. Back to center court. Ella Herschenroder. Herschenroder now to Furl. Furl goes down the left corner. Herschenroder's sister. Of course, that'll be Grace. There is a quiz after the game. Taylor, Ella, and Grace. 10, 11, and 12. Remember it. Kilgore outside the perimeter. Good job by the Devils keeping it from going inside. Now it went inside. It came back out. Shot by 3. No good. Brown grabbed the rebound. Now, it was amazing because Kilgore was on her back. But I thought, well, good. She at least got the rebound, then lost the rebound. Wasn't egregious, but it still was some contact there that made Jada lose the ball. 2 on the post. Kilgore's one of them. Popping out to the corner now. We got a 4-guard offense with Kilgore in there as kind of the post. 2 go down on the block, though. That's Furl. Pops up now left side. Man-to-man still coming from the Blue Devils. Herschenroder gets around the screen. Kilgore, Herschenroder into the right corner. You got 3 of them, so you're going to get maybe a possibility of getting a Herschenroder call. Better that chance than the chance of winning the lottery. Good job by the Devils keeping it on the perimeter. Furl passes over to Herschenroder, and now a little out of control there. Byquist will commit the foul, though. I thought she was doing a pretty good job of beating her to the spot. That was almost a minute, Coach, of good defense out there. We're still 2 years away from that shot clock, but that would have been a violation. Last couple times, Devils in their man-to-man are looking good.
So what was the score at the end of the first quarter?
12-9.
So we've held them to 6 points here, and we're under 4 minutes.
I remember we were the 12, right? Nope. They were the 12.
They were the 12.
You know, I'll do that.
You know, we've picked it up offensively, too. We haven't turned the ball over as much in this quarter. Done a much better job on the defensive glass, you know, limiting their offensive chances.
And now Nicholson with some good defense out there on Carter. She travels. Yeah, that first quarter, I don't think Coach would have allowed that to last much longer because that was, again, at least 7 offensive rebounds in that quarter.
Well, and that's been our Achilles heel this year, you know, getting on the defensive glass.
Long court dribbles down, gives it back to Brown. Brown takes the shot from 3-point, no good. Cameron Byquist was the only one in there. She slapped at the ball for Cameron, her second foul. Devils 4th in this quarter. On the other side, 1 for Galesburg. Stick around halftime. We'll break this one down. We'll talk about the boys' action and what's happening this weekend. Give you some ideas. Coaches here brings up rankings of who somebody has played. Inside. You know, now that was it was a good call, but I didn't think it was that egregious. Again, that's the second time I've used that. Zanaya Carter went in and made a little bump into Jada and a couple of the girls down there and got called for an offensive foul. So we will take it. Full court pressure being applied. Devils break the pressure. Oh, it was a good idea, but it was thrown away. And then Jada Brown takes it away and in for the layup. It was a nice idea trying to get Hamby the ball. Byquist from the opposite wing.
Oh.
And
well, you almost got that. Half a step short from going down the other end for a layup.
And down here, after it was stolen, Jada stole it right back and took it in for the score. 3:06 left in the first. Devils have regained the lead, 19-18.
They've come to play. You know, the Devils have come to play. Hey, you know what I mean? You know, after coming back, first time they played them, you know, being down so far, you know, they've come out with a lot of confidence tonight.
Shot from 3, no good. This time the Devils get the rebound. Nicholson. Across the timeline, Hamby. Hamby will hand it to Encore. She's there on the right. Man-to-man now coming out of the Silver Streaks. And, yes, Hamby would have been out of bounds, but they luckily saw that Kilgore pushed her out of bounds. I got Kilgore for 1. Third team foul against the Silver Streaks. 2:47 left in the first half. Yeah, we've only given up 6 in this quarter, Coach, while scoring 10.
been a much cleaner quarter. You know, taking care of the basketball, not giving up the second chance opportunities.
Hamby came around the screen, picked the ball up, got it to Nicholson. Chloe skips it left wing. Down to the left corner, Byquist. Back to the top. Jada Brown. Little jump pass in the right corner. Hamby for three. Madeline fires up from the corner. Give Jada Brown the assist and give Woodmart Building Supply and Center a call today. Stop on in. Oh, good pass there from the high post to the opposite block. Jocelyn Peck gets the score, but the Devils waste no time, and that was an obvious one. Going very hard to the hole down here was Byquist, and from behind she just got pushed by Chloe May. For May, it's her first, and we're tied up on the team fouls in the second quarter, 4-4, as Cameron will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. First for the Devils tonight.
Well, and it was 4-1 like 10 seconds ago, it seems. Now it's 4-4 on the fouls.
Just about the time you think you're going to give up shots the last 2:06 of the half.
Well,
and instead, now we're right there.
Well, no, there was 3+ minutes when we had our fourth, you know, and I'm like, oh yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, that foul there, of course, Byquist is going to get the layup if she did not push her.
Yep.
Second one up for Cam. No good. Rebounded in the corner. That's Furrow for Galesburg. Devils lead 23-20. 2 minutes left in the first half. Back to the top of the key. That's Ella Hirschenroder. Mays on the left wing. Right wing popping out was Kilgore. Check that. Peck stepped out. Furrow on the perimeter. That leaves one other player there, which is now on the right wing, and that is Grace Hirschenroder. Her shot no good. Ball goes into the corner. Wow, Brown was screening out Peck. Chloe was behind them all. Somehow Brown, for screening out, got called for the foul. For Jada, her second. I'm not sure what Brad Danson is saying. Wait a minute. My girl is in front screening out. I got a sandwich actually on the girl. The girl runs up my back, and then we get called for it. And he's trying to explain that there as Peck will go to the line to shoot 2. What did I say, Coach? Karma. We always used to talk like that. If you miss the front, usually like a 1-on-1. Peck missed the front, so must not have been a good call.
Well, we're taking Jade out here the last 141, you know, to protect her from not getting foul number 3.
She's got 2. Byquist has 2. Both of them were no good.
Well, let's mark this spot, you know, see if the Blue Devils can, you know, hold the lead and or extend it a little bit, you know, and don't get back into where Galesburg's on top going in at halftime. Big 141 coming up.
Yeah, with 140. I'll tell you what's nice about this, Coach, is we're going to walk 85 feet.
And shoot some throws.
Minus 15 because it's 15 feet to the free throw line. And Nicholson's going to be there looking to break into the scoring column. So both teams are shooting 2 shots, the last 140. Dead ball points. When you're giving them up, you hate them. When you're hitting them, you love them. First one off the back of the iron. We've got one more. The rest of the Devils are down talking to Coach Dance. Mia Ellifert's into the ball game. Second one good. Chloe with one there. 24-20. Devils with the lead by 4. Around the perimeter. Oh, and a good move inside. Hirschenroder missed the shot as it rolled out, but that was a nice jump stop inside the lane for a nice 8-footer. Rebound by Nicholson for Quincy High. To the left side in the left corner, Hamby. Elliferts cuts the lane, so does Byquist.
Take your time, get a good shot.
They went to Nicholson in the high post. Nice move there by, and a good move there, and I think she was on the line, but Miley Loncourt is going to get a 3-pointer, and luckily she didn't get a push off on that play as well. We'll wait for this shot to go up, no good. Ball's on the floor. By the way, that last 3-pointer brought to you by Woodmart Building Center, 12th and Seminary Road. Devils up by 7 with the basketball. 50 seconds left in the half. Be nice to take the last shot, knowing that you're up 7 to 9 or 10. Yeah, Loncourt made that move down here. She kind of had pushed off to create space, and then I thought she was still on the line, but we'll have to go home and check it tonight on the, like you can do with all of our ball games. Check them out on the YouTube. Also our site, meccasportsco.com. Inside 30 seconds. Loncourt into the right corner. Nicholson's going to fire for 3. Good! Boy, Chloe was setting up like she was antsy, just waiting for that ball.
Big shot.
Nicholson hits. Devils up 30-20, and another Woodmart Building Center 12th and Seminary Road. Go see Dink and ask about the widgets. Right side shot, no good. Good job by Nicholson. 4 seconds left. She gets the rebound. Gets it Longcore from half court. Off the glass. The buzzer ends, and the red light goes up on the board. Devils close out with 2 runs in the second quarter. They open up actually with a 5-point run in the quarter. So they get 3. They have an 8-point run in the middle of the quarter, and they close the quarter out with an 8-point run, which builds up a 10-point lead.
Well, I was going to say 23-20 with 1:41 to go when Jada went out, with her second foul, and they go 7-0, last 1:41 without Jada. That's what you call stepping up, your teammates stepping up and taking care of business. Chloe Nicholson, last 1:41, 4 points, 2 rebounds, probably a couple assists. So, once again, this is a team that's going to be reckoned with here coming up in the near future.
Coach Dans goes in with a 10-point lead, and the Devils will take a break, come back and wrap the first half up. Talk basketball, as it's halftime in Galesburg. Your Blue Devils 30, the Silver Streaks 20, and you're watching and listening to Blue Devil Basketball right here on MeccaSportsGo.com.
If you're a business owner, a lot of things keep you awake at night. Your insurance shouldn't be one of them. With well-planned coverage from Pekin Insurance, you can rest easy. Call Freiburg Insurance in Quincy for a quick insurance review. They'll make sure your business coverage is up to date and thorough. Freiburg Insurance will work with you to put together a policy that fits your business and your budget. Call 217-224-7774 and rest easy knowing you're covered by Pekin Insurance.
Dreaming of a new kitchen or bath that's as functional as it is beautiful? At Woodmart Building Center, we bring your vision to life. Choose from a wide variety of cabinetry finishes and styles to fit any space and budget. Our expert designers work with you every step of the way to create a space that's uniquely yours. From timeless classics to modern masterpieces, your dream kitchen or bath starts here. Visit Woodmart Building Center today. Find us at woodmartbuildingcenter.com or stop by our showroom at North 12th and Seminary Road, Quincy.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at QHS Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
And back at John Thiel Gymnasium, Galesburg High School. Yes, Don O'Brien graduated here. So did Rick Day. So did Stu Pyatt. And a whole bunch of other people as well.
So did Zach Thiel.
Yes. It is halftime, first quarter. We were tied at 2. We were tied at 4. 6-point run by Galesburg gave them a 10-7 lead. We closed the first quarter down 12-9. Silver Streaks with the lead. Devils had the first 5 points of the second quarter. We give up a quick 6. 2 threes in a row, by the way. One by May and one by Herschenroder. That would be Ella. And then the Devils with an 8-point run and an 8-point run to close out the half. As Coach said there at the end, it was 8 points to close the half out and now lead by 10, 30-20. Good close on the half.
Well, second quarter was an excellent quarter for the Devils. Number one, they took care of the basketball, got good shots. Were very patient on the offensive end, okay? Secondly, they defensive rebounded. They did not give up the extra shots. We're lucky that Galesburg didn't, 12-9. It could have very easily been 17-9, going into the second quarter. So we got a little bit lucky. I think Longcore hit a couple of threes, in the first quarter to keep us right there, So second quarter was tremendous, though. Outscoring them 21-8, heck of a quarter for the Blue Devils.
Yep, and I will check that one when I get home tonight on whether or not she was on the line. She may have got her foot back there, but we have the opportunity to check it out. Here's what's also happening tonight in the Western Big Six. This is January 30th. Can't believe the month is gone already. Of course, we're right here at Galesburg. Rocky is hosting Alleman. Can Rocky play like they did against us? that could be a good game if they play like they did and lost.
Is that at Alabama?
No, it is at Rocky.
It's at Rocky, okay.
So they do a good job in that old gymnasium there.
Oh, yeah.
Moline is hosting East Moline. Moline's been a better team. East Moline's been trying to find their way with a whole new team. And the last one, Sterling Geneseo at Sterling. So right now the standings, as we mentioned beforehand, Geneseo and East Moline are down at the bottom, 2-8, 0-9. So those other couple games are not really Rocky and at 4-6 and Alleman at 6-3. Outside of this game being the best game in the Western Big Six.
Well, the Blue Devils have an opportunity. Your Thursday night and your Saturday afternoon game, they have their opportunity. They're going up against both of the 8-1s. If they hang a loss on them, and then, I think they still have to play again, if I'm not mistaken. Who knows? Goofy stuff happens, when it gets down to the end, of the season and good things are happening.
Of course, we go on this run of, as we did early in the season, Galesburg, Sterling, Alleman is our 1-2-3. Then we get East Moline and close out at home against Moline. So you got the gauntlet right here, 1-2-3.
Well, and in between there, you have Galesburg, then you have Sterling, then you have QND, who's ranked second in the state. So, I mean, you've got 3 state-ranked teams. Basically you get one of them. Well, you get 2 of them at home. But, that's where you got to take care of business at home.
And, of course, Alleman they're playing well. They're just, again, they dropped down to the lower level and they've lost some games here. Looking at those games, wrapping up the season and trying to see while we're playing those 3 teams. Next week, of course, none of those are anything. And then February 6th, when we're playing Alleman, Geneseo, Galesburg, Sterling, East Moline, Moline, Rock Island, that'll be a good game, but it's in the middle of the pack. Second last week, again, Alleman gets Geneseo, Rocky gets Galesburg, Sterling gets Moline, nothing there. And the end of the season, Sterling, Rocky, East Moline, Geneseo, that'll be a good one for them. And Galesburg does play Alleman on February 13th. So
we still don't have another Sterling-Galesburg game?
I do not believe we do.
So they played each other and each one of them won.
Let's take a quick look at that. You said, what do you have, Sterling Alleman or Galesburg?
Sterling Galesburg.
Doing a double check because I might not have had my season all the way out.
They might have been one of those early ones.
First game of the year.
Okay.
Galesburg beats Sterling 47-34. And then the next time they played each other, Sterling won 52-50.
Okay.
That was that close game on last week, actually, on there.
So they've split already.
Yeah, so they had avenged it there. So, and again, Sterling's good. They got the Austin girl, the big girl inside. Of course, her brother went to West Virginia and played football. Doing a double check there. By the way, I was talking about coaches the other night and their kid. We talked about Sean Taylor's kid down at Monmouth. We also talked about Jason Welch's kid, JT, over at Milliken. He's from PCC or Bloomington Central Catholic. Forgot about Coach Hoyt's kid. Jake's over there at Milliken getting some minutes. Not a lot of minutes, but he's getting some playing time over there on that Illinois College team in Jacksonville. So he played a role in the end of the season last year when they made a run. So another one of those coaches' kids. And, of course, we had thrown in Jackson Meyer, who is not playing basketball but going to be a fireman. So out there. And if we can think any other coaches or coaches' kids that fit that bill as well, we'll join you. Of course, we joked about playing Lincoln and Neil Alexander. His son's been there playing for him and actually was coaching with him. We joked that when Neil decides to retire, his son will probably be within the year of retiring himself. He's been around so long, wait for Dad to step down, and as every good coach, why?
Well, and they had a good win the other night against Rock Island. You know what I mean? Because Rocky's alone, and for Lincoln to beat them 42-41, they made it into that kind of a game, and that's where they're a very dangerous team, when it comes playoff time.
And, of course, the rest of the games this week, tomorrow night, we'll be back at Blue Devil Gymnasium. The Blue Devils will take on the Golden Warriors of Sterling, and then on Saturday we'll travel up to Normal West, taking on Chaminade. They've got some size. We beat them last year. I'm sure they'd like to avenge that loss. And, of course, we'd like to get our 1 out of our 3 shootouts in there.
Well, you know, the Chaminade team, we got a chance to see them after the Blue Devils played at the Quincy shootout against Bishop O'Connell. And Chaminade gave Brewster Academy, who was number 2 in the country, everything they wanted in the first half before we finally got out of there.
Indeed.
You know, after a long day.
And that was not Richard Pryor's Brewster Millions. That was Brewster Academy.
Oh, well, they had some players. Well, they beat Link Academy earlier, so.
Here we go with the Devils to start the second half. Checking our lineup real quick. Byquist, Longcore, Hamby, Nicholson, and Jada Brown inside. Bouncing in the high post. Jada's got it. Back to Longcore, 22-footer, just off the front of the iron. Had a good look, just needed a little more oomph on it.
I like to see Jada catch and face there right at the free throw line, then decide what she wants to do.
She's been doing that tonight, hitting that J and then also taking it to the hole. Devils back man-to-man. Hirschenroters, all 3 of them in there. Taylor, Ella, and Grace. Kilgore's out, popping up for a screen, now gets the ball. Peck, the big post player, drops down the block. Good tip there. Oh, Jada tipped that ball, and it went off Peck. It was right in front of us, and I cannot believe that. And it was right in front of the official, too. Galesburg gets the ball back, almost went with Graceland. Inside, shot, no good. Longcore gets a rebound, was being pounded. Gets it to Brown. Byquist down the right side to Nicholson. She's going to take the shot from outside. And that was a good job by the official because I saw her foot was on the line. It was a 2-pointer. The other way, 3, right, quick one. Grace Hirschenroter comes to the other end and hits a quick 3-pointer. By the way, that run for the Devils was up to 12 points. They still lead 32-23. Devils in a half-court set, high post. Jada Brown sends it back out on the perimeter. 4 on the perimeter, in the left corner, Hamby. Kilgore on her. Tipped away. Hamby has it with the dribble. Bounces it inside. Not a bad one, but didn't have enough juice on it. Stepping up, taking it away was Hirschenroter. Hirschenroter gets pushed by Hamby. Does not get the call, but inside, Kilgore gets the basket. I thought it was her. Peck and Kilgore were both in there for the offensive board. Devils in transition down the side. Game gets sped up a little bit there. Trying to slow it back down. Here's the tip. This time Hamby doesn't tip it, but yeah, down here that was a heck of a play by Jada when she tipped the ball. And then Peck tipped it, and we did not get the call.
Got to be a little sharper on her offense.
A little more zip on the pass.
Zip on the pass, plus, getting open.
Longcore made that cut to the basket. Ball to the right side for the Devils. Byquist on the wing. Hamby kind of coming up like she's going to set a screen, but doesn't. Short corner Brown. Jada goes in. Spin around. Shot. Good. Jada Brown. And Jada had to first pull off the defense's hand off the basketball before she went ahead and hit that shot. 34-25, Devils with a 9-point lead. 5.5 left. Third quarter action here from Galesburg. Right side, that's Carter in the ball game. May also in the ball game. Her three-pointer out front, no good.
Nice box out.
Longcore tracked it down. Hamby had the box out as well. Brown across the timeline. Left side, Byquist. Back to the top, Longcore. Miley's going to set it to the left side again. Trying to go inside. Kilgore was waiting for a little help there. Now reversing the opposite side. Oh, Jada did a little acrobatic there. She was on 1 foot, hopped back into play on a double team, made the basket, and she's going to have a chance at a blue-collar 3.
Pure strength, underneath the basket there. She had 2 people hanging on her, and she was strong enough to get it up on the glass.
That was amazing because she hopped through there, too. The ball was fired in traffic, basically. Foul was called. Ella Hirschenroter, her first. First of the third quarter, by the way, with 4:59 left in the third. And a completed three-point play, the old-fashioned way for Jada Brown. That was Ed Schering. He always made that call for us. And the shot no good from 3. Chloe Nicholson with a rebound and gives me time to shout out to Woodmart Building Center, 12th and Seminary Road, woodmartbuildingcenter.com. Zipped a pass into the high post and went right through Jada. And then Miley couldn't even get it on the other side. That's how much juice that had on it. Coach, I thought they almost jumped an extra point there. 2, 4, 6, 7. I'll double check that in a minute. We got 38 on board. I thought it only had 37. On the left side, Galesburg with the basketball. Back to the top of the key. Three-pointer good, left her open. That was Ella Hirschenroder. She hit a three-pointer in the second quarter. 38-28. Devils by 10. Byquist, man-to-man coming from the Silver Streaks. Ball goes around the perimeter. Longcore at the top. There's a backdoor cut. Boy, that was not there. Weak side help came. Lily Furl was there. It was a good idea. She had beaten her man from the corner, but the help was right there in the center. We passed it right to her.
Good help side defense by Galesburg on that possession.
Indeed. Devils in man-to-man still. Hirschenroder back around the perimeter. That's Carter with the ball, being guarded by Nicholson. Bounce it inside. Kilgore had it tipped away. Wow.
Number 3.
And Jada was behind her, but it looked like she jabbed the ball on a bad pass. But when you're behind, that's the call you'll get. So Jada's third foul. First for the Devils in the second half, tied up 1-1.
When I always played man, I like the front and then got your weak side help. You know, get high like that, make them lob it over you, you know, and then dig it out.
And that's the key, like you said, Coach, when you're fronting, it takes a good lob to get it over the defense and still come up without hitting the backboard or the rim or catch the weak side help.
Well, in the lob, that's where you got to move. You know, your weak side's got to move while the ball's in the air.
3:30 left in the third. Devils by 10, back on defense. Carter comes back to get the ball. May will go over to the right wing and set up there. Peck comes down the baseline into the left corner. Kilgore comes around the screen, back to the top to Carter. Good job by the Devils on the switch. On the left side, pop it up. Air ball in the 3. And Peck is behind Brown this time.
Nice box out by Jada.
Indeed, as Peck's going to commit her second foul. Jada had the weak side covered.
I'm just wondering with Jada bringing the ball down, you know, the whole game, you know, if that's going to wear into her in the fourth quarter.
Coach Bergman realizes as well, takes a break as we bring Ella Fritz in. 30-second timeout. We'll stay here with 3:13 left in the third. And that's a great one because you get her out. Now you call a timeout, so she gets a break. We got 3:13 left in the third. And again, she works so hard when she's in the block. We're talking about Jada Brown. And then when she gets the ball in the midcourt and has to bring it down, or even at the top of the key and makes a move to the basket. So you're working her so much. And I like her in all positions of her game, all facets.
Oh yeah, but you're adding extra onto her, you know, playing, you know, the 1/2.
She'd be the one that, hey, back in the day, I used to have the weighted vest, you know, and used it at Quincy College for the girls. I also used it at Culver for John Mecklenburg to get tough because when he raised his arms, he was always getting popped to the sides. But, yeah, you go ahead and give her a 10, 20-pound vest, and she'll know what it feels like to play a game when Jada shoes. Wow, barely. We almost lost the ball across half court. Double teams coming. Byquist right in front. And Coach Dan's trying to explain as it was a double team. Nobody coming to the ball. It came back out in front of our bench. Byquist touched it last. Galesburg with the basketball. Devils still up by 10. Ooh, Peck should have been called for a knee there and a bad screen. And a travel instead. That was a tough call on Carter because she was still dribbling the ball when he called traveling. Yeah, Peck got away with the slide in the knee out there. Full court pressure being applied by the Silver Streaks. Byquist now brings it across the timeline. Don't pick it up. That's where the trap's going. In the high post, Nicholson. Extra pass down to Hamby. Hamby's 3, no good. Weak side rebound, Peck for Galesburg. It was a good look. Longcore passed the 3 up to get it to Hamby. One extra pass. Carter drives in. Good help there by Longcore twice. Longcore helped out on the initial drive. Longcore also helped out after the pass went down to the short corner. And then Miley went to help a third time. This one she gets called for a foul, but good extra effort by Miley Longcore.
And that'll be her second on the ball game. So I tell you what, they're not really in bad situation here with 2:27 to go and up by 10.
She must have got one in the first because I did not have her for that one, but I will take that there. 2-2 on each team.
I'm just looking on the board.
That's why I like them up there because it always double checks us. Kilgore gets the first free throw to go. She'll have one more. Substitution on the far side. Peck gets a break. Also, Taylor Hirschenroder gets the break as well. Second free throw, no good. Offensive board. Longcore looked like she had the position, but somehow the ball got out, and Furrow got it.
Well, the gal pushed her down into the lid instead of her going out and pushing her back.
Kilgore on the right wing. Back to the top, Furrow. Skip it over to Carter. We've only got one Herschenroder in there at a time. Turnaround shot. Good move there by Kilgore inside. Nicholson trying not to foul. Did a good job of not fouling on that one.
Well, good challenge.
Devils in the half-court set. Inside 2 minutes left, third quarter. Galesburg's ratcheted out, looking for double teams as much as possible. Elephants. Pass goes up to her, and somehow the one-hand pass gets by as Byquist was up high with her. Made the pass to the right side and went right over and out of bounds.
Once again, another empty possession offensively.
1:40 and counting left, third quarter action. Devils holding on that 7-point lead, although we've been a little stagnant here.
You can feel the momentum going the other way.
Carter goes all the way to the basket, and Carter just fakes, letting Nicholson to go right by her, and then puts the ball in. Good ball fake. Chloe's got to stay on the ground. With her 6'1" height, she should be able to stay on the ground and still play D. Elephants to the hole. Oh, good move by Mia. She's going to shoot 2. Foul inside by Galesburg. Somebody must have been complaining because the official had his hands out to the side talking to her like, hey, you fouled her. Foul was called on Ella Herschenroder, her second.
Last time I looked up, it was 141. It was 38-28. You know, so once again, we got Jada sitting out, last 141. You know, we'll see if we can, you know, stem the tide here, and because I feel the momentum going towards Galesburg here.
We were up 38-25, Coach.
Yep.
And a lane violation after we missed the first one. I didn't see what happened. I saw Mia bounce the ball. I don't know if she took a step forward or somebody moved, so with 1:12 left, Devils by 5, 38-33. Yeah, we were up 38-25 by 13 before that three-pointer that made it a 10-point game. Right side, no good. Inside, Loncourt goes to the floor. Furrow gets the rebound and the putback. Miley looked like she was doing a pretty good job of screening her out and then went to the floor. Ball tapped. Oh, no. That can't be over and back because she threw the ball. Galesburg touched it and knocked it into the backcourt. Loncourt went back and got it.
Yeah, that was a bad call.
At half court, it was tipped away by Galesburg. And the guy that's shaking his head here that made the call, he was in the front court. He wasn't even in line to see the ball. Down to 40 seconds left in the quarter. One possession away. It's a 3-point lead by the Devils. High post Kilgore. Check that furrow to the left side. Coming around a screen, Herschenroder gets it over to Kilgore to the right side. Coming around a screen. Devils stay in. Do not give the roll and the shot to the basket. Down to 22. Galesburg looking like maybe that last shot of the quarter. Furrow has it off the left side. Carter trying to come out to get it. Comes back out to the right side. That's Ella Herschenroder. Drives to the hole. Oh, she moved her feet when she got set. And an offensive rebound on the opposite side. A missed call on this side. The buzzer's going to go off. And I'll tell you, Coach, that was, she got down here, Herschenroder, and shuffled her feet. They let her get away with it. And then an offensive rebound, one we haven't seen as bad since the first quarter.
Yep.
And we take a lead.
Well, the last 2 or 3 minutes, they've gotten a couple three, offensive rebounds, and for putbacks. So, we still got to do a better job. We got to still stay focused, on making sure we get a body on every girl out there, because these long threes, they're rebounding them.
After 3 quarters, Quincy 38, Galesburg 37. Stick around. We got the fourth quarter right here on MechaSportsCo.com.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th, Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
Back in Galesburg, Wellman and Pettit. That was a rough one there, Coach. We built that lead up to 38-25, and now it's been a run of 12 points by Galesburg, and it's a 1-point game. Devils still lead, though.
Well, and complete opposite, the second quarter when they went on a 7-0 run when Jada was out with foul trouble. This time, they go the opposite way when she's out.
Galesburg has the basketball starting the fourth. The Herschenroders, 1, 2, and 3 around the perimeter. Inside Peck and Kilgore. Kilgore flashes up to the perimeter now. Moves against Longcore. Jada Brown came to help. Shot from the left wing. And a good shot from 3 points off the left wing. Ella Herschenroder, her third of the ball game. And the Streaks have regained the lead now, leading 40-38. Devils fire a quick one in the corner, partially blocked by Herschenroder. That time it was blocked by Taylor, though. 45 seconds into the fourth quarter. Devils have watched a big lead disappear. Galesburg picking it up. Peck and Kilgore on the low blocks. Now Peck comes up, gets the ball around the perimeter. Kilgore also flashes up. The 3 Herschenroders, one in the high post now. Offensive foul. There was no screen being set. And on the weak side, I was watching the weak side, coach. They call it on Taylor Herschenroder. I don't know what they saw. We're not going to complain about it. First foul of the fourth quarter. Devils get the ball back, down by 2.
Patience, ladies, run your offense. Get a good look at the basket this time.
High post. Shot from the free throw line. Jada Brown misses. Rebound came out. Peck picked it up for Galesburg. Trying to get that lid off the basket since we had that 38-25 lead. And more importantly, stopping the scoring of the Silver Streaks. Long rebound, flying in. 2 Herschenroders go to hit the floor. Devils get the rebound. Jada Brown bringing it down court. Stops at the elbow. Ball makes 3 passes in the corner. Miley Lancourt, good from 3. Miley hits her 4th of the ball game, first since the second quarter, and stops that run of 15 points of Galesburg. More importantly, regains the lead 41-40 for the Devils. Oh, a nice block shot by Nicholson. Coming around the screen was Ella Herschenroder. Nicholson with a steal. Down the left side. Oh, a lazy pass back high. Grace Herschenroder steals it. Yeah, I don't think she looks as fast or as quick as she's been since her ankle injury. Because earlier she might have taken that one. We're talking about Cam Byquist. She probably would have taken that ball to the hole one-on-one. She's a little tentative. Coming around the screen. Lancourt stays on the floor. Lancourt fouls her. Doesn't get called. Oh, my goodness. Coach, you know me. I call it both ways. Miley was all over her on that shot. Herschenroder couldn't get it up because she was hanging on her arm. Only problem is that means it goes both ways. Nicholson gets it left wing. 5 minutes left in this ball game. Nicholson, the roll by Brown, and Jada started to make it. Jada just, sometimes, you make the roll, and the ball's an extra 2 feet out there, and you look and you go, I can't get it.
Well, difference between a pick and roll and a pick and pop. Jada was thinking pick and pop, and Chloe was thinking pick and roll.
Well, we got the pick part of it right. That's good.
Well, yeah.
Inside 5 minutes left, 41-40, Devils with a 1-point lead.
They will develop that the more they play in the next couple years.
Playing 6 deep for the Devils in this game. Inside Kilgore. Who'd they call that on? Did they call that on Jada?
Gotta be.
But Jada didn't even get near the ball or the hand. I think it must have been, Hamby reached down.
Hamby,
yeah, Hamby came down because Jada didn't hit the wrist or anything. So I'll give him that call.
We are playing at the Theo, though.
Yeah, and that call right there I can live with. Furrow made the move and misses the 3. But the ball is tipped inside. Wow. The delayed call there. Lancourt thought she got away with another one. That ball bounced straight up, and we had 2 Devils there and 2 Silver Streaks. They seemed to want it a little bit more than us on that play.
Need to box them out up by the volleyball line and make sure they don't. You got to get low and make sure they can't get around. If it's a push and shoving match, the longer girl may win, depending on the bounce of the basketball.
Grace Herschenroder makes the free throw. She'll have another one. I thought that was just tied at 41. They didn't make a basket, did they, Coach? Was it? I thought it was just tied. And now all of a sudden, as we travel, I had 41-41 with a 2-shot foul there, and all of a sudden it's 44. Well, I must have missed something, Coach.
I thought it was 42-41, but
7 in the quarter. All right, 44 does match my running score. Thank you. And it matches my box score. I just didn't write something down. Oh, that's a nice pass inside. Hirschenroder found Kilgore on that one. Good play, good pass. Nothing you can do about that one. 46-41. Devils, left side. Long course 3, no good. Long rebound on the floor. Oh, and saving that ball and passing it down court to Peck. Peck travels. Long court does foul after Peck traveled. You know, they don't watch the feet much when these girls are coming to a stop. They're moving feet left and right, shuffling a little bit. They're allowing a lot of hacking tonight, too. We've gotten away with as many as they have. 4th foul right now there on Longcore. Timeout taken with 4:17 left, and we'll take one, too. Silver Streaks 46, Devils 41. Back with more on mechasportsco.com.
Aches and pains are a normal part of life, but when they become too much, we have a team of orthopedic surgeons ready to give you relief. The need for joint replacements continue to rise, and our team stays up to date with the latest technology and robotic solutions. Every step of your journey matters to us. And when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. We've got you covered from head to toe.
Back in Galesburg, this has been an interesting game, Coach. 12-9, we're down after 1. We build up a 30-20 lead at halftime with an 8-point run at the end of the quarter. Actually, a 5 to begin, an 8 in the middle, and an 8 to end it. We build it up to 38-25, and since that point, we've scored 3 points, and that was the start of this quarter. That was a 3-pointer by Longcore, while they have scored since half 26. Third quarter, they've scored, outscored us 9-3. Free throw is good by Kilgore. She'll have another one out here. Yeah, looking at that, how we built that lead, and we've just kind of gone stale. We've done that a couple games this year.
Well, I was thinking of 38-25, and, you know, from that point, 25, so they've got 23-3.
Yeah, we've had the Millard game where we didn't score until the last 2 minutes or 2 seconds of the fourth quarter. We had a game earlier this season where it was the third quarter we didn't score. Devils with 4 minutes left. Down by 7. Brown out to Hamby. Hamby brings it left side, bounces into Brown. Jada works her move. Off the glass, but Jada's going to go to the line, and that's what you got to keep doing.
Ball's got to go through Jada, you know, the last 3:57 of this game.
Yep, keep sending it down there.
With the Blue Devils being down 48-41.
Carter gets called for her second foul on Galesburg.
I don't think they have anyone physically that can guard her. You know what I mean? They've got some long, thin gals, but, you know, Jada's way too strong for them.
Jada misses the first free throw. She'll have one more. Trying to close this 8-point run by Galesburg in the fourth quarter. Devils were up 41-40 when that 8-point run took place. Now down by 7. Jada gets 1 of 2. 2 out of 3 on the night from the charity stripe. Now we broke that 8-point run. Let's work on the rest of it.
Well, it's going to have to start on the defensive end getting stops.
Kilgore works inside. Big depth step. Oh, nice step down. Created a lot of space and then step back for the basket. Kilgore does a nice job inside. 50-42, Devils are down by 8. Double team out there. Running by on the double team was a Hirschenroder. Also playing man-to-man on was a Hirschenroder. And we'll figure out which got called on that one. Grace does her first. You got 15 fouls between these 3 girls, and they only fouled 4 times. Nicholson at the point. Stops at the free throw line. Pulls up at about 12 feet. Good. Nice one-on-one move there by Chloe Nicholson. Keep working at it 2x2. Get down here. So a little Noah defense, 2x2. Key is for you to stop him while we get 2 each time. Kilgore started to make a move. Kicks it back out. Ella Hirschenroder will reset the offense. To the right side, Carter. Byquist on her. Byquist doing a good job. And then a travel. We don't see the ones down at the block, but one right out here in the middle of the court. When you move a slip a little bit, I didn't see it, but
yeah.
Did you see it?
No.
Okay. And Coach Lexi makes the timeout over there for Galesburg with 3 minutes left in this one. We'll stay right here. 3 minutes left. 50-44 the Silver Streaks. Yeah, you know, when we got that lead, and even at half 30-20, but when we built up that 38-25 lead, you felt pretty comfortable, even with the Galesburg team. But boy, when we get into a rut, offensively, we get into a rut.
Well, you know, it started with Jada getting taken out, you know, in the third quarter. You know, I mean, they went on a, you know, big-time run there, stretched the lead out to 7. I think 7 going into the fourth. 48-41, if I'm not mistaken.
Coming into this one, it was 38-37. We actually had the lead coming into the fourth quarter. That's when they picked it up with that run. Double check that in a second here. Shot from the left corner. Longcore hits from 3. Her 5th of the night. Brought to you by Woodmart Building Center. WoodmartBuildingCenter.com. Devils within 3. High post, Kilgore. Trying to work against Brown. Takes an extra step. Kicks it out. Hirschenroder. Back to Kilgore at the top.
Good job by Jada moving her feet.
Yeah, Kilgore almost, I think she took an extra one, but there's been a few of those in the paint. Kilgore at the free throw line. Good job by Byquist not letting Carter get the basketball. Hirschenroder has it with Nicholson on her. She'll kick it back to Carter. 2:12 left in the ball game. Devils look for a travel call. That one was not on Carter, out high. Cutter's coming across. Longcore does not allow Furrow to cut to the basket. 2 minutes left in the ball game, pushing it back out. Galesburg's not afraid. They don't have to shoot the ball.
No.
They'll end up killing the clock if possible. Fouls are 3-3 in this quarter. Hamby comes out. Kilgore had a moving screen, shot inside, tipped by Longcore, gets it by Nicholson. Oh, barely there. Devils got an advantage though. Brown steps in. Oh, and a great move by Jada Brown. Full two-quarter court pass. Brown gets the bucket. Longcore gets the assist. We're down by 1. Wow, and then right side, the daggers hit. Grace Hirschenroder hits a three-pointer from the wing. 53-49. Devils down by 4. In transition. Nicholson steps back for 3. No good. Bounces in the weak corner. Camby goes to get it. Galesburg gets it. In transition, left side. Galesburg, a double dribble. She had dribbled it once before. People miss that a lot of times. Hirschenroder had it on the left side. I'm going to double check this, but she put a dribble down, picked it back up, and then came back to half court with the dribble again. Our fourth foul there. Byquist, her 3rd. She had 2 in the first half. Elephants will trigger in for Longcore. Longcore with 4 fouls. Do not want her fouling out.
2-possession game here, 53-49 with 59.2 seconds, and Galesburg has the ball in bounds.
Hirschenroder having a tough time get it in. Oh, a quick timeout. I thought we had one of the quick calls. In the first game, I was watching behind the bench, and I've never seen a faster 3 count. And the Devils got the ball, but it was 1-2-5. And I was like, oh my goodness. I thought we were going to get another one there. So we've got 59.2. Is that what you got up there, Coach?
Yep.
Do the backboard. 53 for the Streaks, 49 for the Devils. Devils had that halftime lead by 10. And even after that, they still hung on by 1 going into the fourth quarter. That was after giving that 15-point run.
And we're doing offensive, defensive substitutions with Ella Fritz, and Longcore.
Longcore will come back in for the shooting. Devils back on defense. Into the backcourt, Hirschenroder. Hamby comes out. Hamby immediately fouls. Our 5th foul. Madeline's 2nd foul.
And I don't know if this is Gal foul, though.
Well,
she's been pretty deadly at the 3-point line, third, fourth quarters.
Well, I agree with you there. That is Ella Hirschenroder.
And when she's missed it, it's looked really good going up her.
She's had a 3 in the second quarter, third quarter, and the fourth quarter. Has not been to the charity stripe yet tonight. And misses it.
Too close.
Before that, in the first half, 2 for 4 for the Silver Streaks. They were 5 for 6. Check that, 5 for 7. Before that miss, now 5 for 8 in the second half. Screen out, right, Coach? rolls in and out. Oh, and
Offensive
behind the
rebound.
back,
Jump ball.
Kilgore is behind the back of Brown, but gets a jump ball. Explain how. How can you not foul somebody with 3 guys out there looking at it? I don't care what side of the team it was. Longcore around the back, gets the half court. Working against Hirschenroder. Starts to make a drive. Right side, Nicholson. Step back 3. Good! Chloe Nicholson with a step back 3 from the right side. Brought to you by Woodmart Building Center. That brings us within 1 as the Devils make a quick timeout.
41.9 seconds left, 53-52. Timeouts left. Devils are down to 1. Galesburg has 3 left. So we'll see how that plays into the last 41.9 seconds.
Nice shot there on the wing. Nicholson was inside the 3-point line, made a fake, dribbled through the legs, and then made that big step back. When you're 6'1", you can get back to that line pretty fast. And then with a little bit of spin on the rim, gets it to go. Devils on the night. Of course, Longcore's had 5 threes from outside. Jada Brown hit that 3 from up top. Hamby hit 1, and Nicholson has 2. So 9 threes. We had a blue collar as well. Jada Brown completed that one. So 10, and now the Devils full court pressure. Kilgore trying to get in. Oh, getting close to 5. Nicholson will foul and be Hirschenroder coming down here. She just went 0 for 2. Yeah, when you screen out here, you've got to back the girl up because, again, if you're backing them up, you're making contact to the legs, and they can't get that momentum to get up. So,
well,
if you're,
I say when you're in the lower block, you should have your buttocks, excuse my French, out there on the volleyball line, squatting down low, and then they're going to have to go over you.
Well, that's fine with me there, Forrest Gump. Second one over. For those who did, Hirschenroder missed 3 in a row.
Man.
Now here's where you need to screen out.
Never would have thought of that.
And if you guys don't remember him saying buttocks in there when he got shot in front of the president. Screen him out, gals. Makes the second one.
2-point lead. We don't need a 3.
54-52.
Get something going to the hole.
Left side, Longcore. In the left corner, Hamby. Hamby has it knocked away briefly. Dance wants to call a timeout. Ask how many? It's a full. We'll take a quick timeout. 38.7 left. Devils down by 2, 54-52, and we're back with it all on MeccaSportsCo.com.
Freiburg Insurance, your local independent Pekin insurance partner, is proud to support young people in sports and academics in the Quincy area. After the game, make a note to stop by their office and discuss your current policies and future needs for your business, home, auto, and family. Pekin Insurance offers a variety of plans to meet your coverage needs. Give Freiburg Insurance a call at 217-224-7774. Go Devils.
All right, here we go.
Well, you got to realize they got sophomores too.
That is right. Coach Pettit and Jeff Wellman here, back at Galesburg. 38.7 left. Streaks lead the Devils 54-52. Devils have picked up their scoring a little bit now after that lull. A lot of that lull, the second quarter only scored 8 points, but still leading by 10 at half. That was pretty impressive. Oh, check that. That was their side. I looked at that and said, that ain't right. It was our side, the 7 points in the third quarter, that was tough. Devils basketball on the side. It is Byquist, Longcore, Nicholson, Brown, and Hamby. Nicholson brings it across. Crossover dribble. Pulls up. 10-footer. No good. Inside rebound. Kilgore. And reaching around will be Byquist. Good look at the basket, trying to tie it up. And I do like this. Early in this, the last minute, we were fouling early to get on the court and stretch this game out a little bit. That one, too, a quick foul. Even though, it brings it down here for some free throws. Get the foul and save the time on the clock. Byquist, their 4th foul.
There you got hope for a missile 1 out of 2, and then you'll have a chance. There it is. You'll have a chance if she goes 1 for 2 to go down. With a 3-point shot, at least tie it. Now, if she misses this one.
I'm surprised the Silver Streaks don't have anybody in there the way the ball has been going to them, and they've been reaching over our back to get rebounds.
Well, she missed both of them, but she gets the rebound.
Oh, my. Luckily, she missed the shot. Nicholson has the ball. Devils are down by 2. No timeouts. Left side,
Get it
Longcore.
inside to Jada.
Down to 15. Nicholson with the ball, getting a double team on her. Here's Longcore from the right side. Good from 3. Longcore hits a 3 with 5 seconds left. Oh my. ML the second from the right side.
On second thought, don't get it down to Jada and let it go, Miley.
Miley fires her 6th three-pointer of the ball game. Woo! Now, we still have 2.4 seconds left.
Now, where are they going to get it out of bounds? Down underneath the basket?
Should be, and the coach is saying, hey, do we get it at half court? This is not the NBA. And college, a lot of those where you get it in and advance it right away.
Oh, yeah?
I don't think the high school rule, that ball went in.
Now they have the opportunity with 2.4 that if you throw a pass from down there, catch it at half court, immediately call a timeout, you might have 1.8, and then you can run a play and get off a shot, a better shot. Because, 2.4, you almost got to do the, what was that, the foul pole play? Something like that, because you need about that much time to catch, pass, and let it fly.
One thing we definitely have to watch, too, we don't need to foul, okay?
No.
If you foul, that's 2 shots on the line, dead ball, and with 2.4, if they're going to take a 30 or 40-footer to win the game, that we've said that before. I think last year at Sterling with the boys, Andrew, if you can hit that shot. But this is a little different.
But I tell you what, I would probably set up at the volleyball line towards where the G is down there. Set up there, make them catch it in front of you. Let them take a couple dribbles and hoist from half court. That's about as good as you can do.
Yep.
You don't want them catching it down on the other side of half court, and be able to turn and shoot or turn and quick pass.
And look, everybody's in the front court. Now, look at Dance and Bergman are saying, why are you bringing it to half court?
Well, no.
The ball went through.
It should be down there.
It went through the rim. It never made it in play, right?
I don't believe so.
It went in the rim, and they're moving it to half court. I don't understand that. All right, let's find out here. Play good defense, girls.
Yep. Keep them in front of you.
Herschenroder. Oh, a moving screen right there. Ball to the wing. Herschenroder loses it. Throws up the handle. Buzzer? No, .1.
Oh, my goodness.
.1. Ball goes out of bounds.
It's got to be a tip.
Throw it all. Oh, they got it? We touched it?
I guess.
Oh, my. I thought it was our ball. We just throw it down the court.
Well, and they get it underneath the basket, so.
Well, first of all, why did they get it at half court is the question we're having there.
Yeah.
Good defense on that wing against Herschenroder.
Yeah, we won't be able to watch it again, but I don't think they inbounded. I think they called timeout right when it went through the hole.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
And it might have got in play. We don't know because we didn't see it there. We just knew there was a timeout called on that shot. I'm surprised she got a finger on it, but it was ugly and it did get diverted. So here we go with .1. You can't win this. You got to tip it. You cannot catch it.
No, you cannot catch it and get together. It's got to be a tip.
And there'll be controversy if they do shoot it and the clock doesn't move. Dun, dun, dun.
We're at the field, baby.
You're on the road. We've had clocks. Hey, the other night we had the clock. Remember, for the first 30 seconds.
Well, here's what's going to happen. They're going to do it right here like this. They're going to throw the lob up to 20. Okay?
And let her have it in the corner because she can't shoot it.
And she's got to tip it. Oh,
nope. It's gone.
Game over.
We might have fouled, but it was after the horn went. And the Devils win this one. What a comeback for the Devils after having a big lead and losing that lead to come back and pull this victory out. Coach, this was a big one here.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what. Galesburg 8-1, ranked 11th in the state, coming up here to their place, and pulling this one out. Big W for the Blue Devils tonight.
Wow. After one quarter, the Devils were down 12-9. At halftime, they led 30-20. Were slow in the third quarter, but still held on 38-37. That was after a 15-point run by Galesburg. Galesburg would put another run together in the fourth. As the Devils were up 41-40, it would be 48-41, but the Devils, down by 8, put together their own 7-point run. The three-pointer from Galesburg made it a 4-point game. but missed free throws on the other side. And the Devils almost didn't dodge the bullet as they got an offensive rebound in there. But the Devils come away as Kate Medemeyer gives us a thumbs up that she's leaving the court. Whoa, too much fun. Hey, let's save some of this for the post-game show. That will do it for the regular portion of our broadcast. If you were with us, this was fun. If you weren't, pick it up at the coffee or the water cooler tomorrow because it was a good one.
Well, you can go to mechasportsco.com and watch the whole rerun.
I would agree with that. But your final score here, first of all, stick around for the Hardy's post-game show. We'll also have the coach's comments and our player of the game. But closing down at the end, the Devils with the victory, 55-54, and they send Galesburg to an 18-6 mark. More importantly, 8-2 in the conference. The Devils improved to 15-8 and 6-4 in the conference. We're back with the post-game show. Devils win 55-54 right here on mechasportsco.com.
Are you a contractor? If so, listen up. Freiburg Insurance in Quincy, a Pekin insurance partner, is known for providing the best contractor coverage in the area. They've thought of everything, from covering your facilities to protecting your tools and equipment while on the road, and even your employees. Ready to learn more? Call Freiburg Insurance at 217-224-7774 and let them help build a Pekin insurance portfolio that protects your business, your employees, and your livelihood.
Dreaming of a new kitchen or bath that's as functional as it is beautiful? At Woodmart Building Center, we bring your vision to life. Choose from a wide variety of cabinetry finishes and styles to fit any space and budget. Our expert designers work with you every step of the way to create a space that's uniquely yours. From timeless classics to modern masterpieces, your dream kitchen or bath starts here. Visit Woodmart Building Center today. Find us at woodmartbuildingcenter.com or stop by our showroom at North 12th and Seminary Road, Quincy.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any two of those for $5. You can't beat a made-from-scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
Player of the day,
I think so.
You know.
And we are back in Galesburg. An exciting finish to this one. A lot of fans here saw a good ball game. They saw their Silver Streaks come back in this one and looked like they had a commanding lead until the free throws were missed. They walk out with their second loss on the season in the conference, and the Devils pick up that one, especially this picks up the one from Rocky 2 weeks ago when we lost that one. But, Coach, what a victory here from the Blue Devils.
Yeah, I mean, actually, you know, coming out first quarter, you know, low sloppy, you know, passing the ball, you know, giving up the offensive rebounds. And, you know, we were kind of lucky that Galesburg didn't stretch the lead out and we were only down by 3, you know, going in the second. You know, and then you got to the key point of, you know, the second quarter with 141, you know, where Jada picked up her, I believe it was her second foul, and he took her out. You know, we were up 23-20 at the time, you know, with 141 to go in the second. And without Jada, you know, they come out and, you know, go on. Well, they finished off getting the last 7 points and going up 30-20, you know, at halftime. Third quarter, another different scenario there. You know, we're up, you know, 38-25 at one point in time. And, I mean, they went on like a 21-3 run, you know, to, you know, boost up their, you know, and then fourth quarter, I mean, we came back, you know, I mean, shoot, I mean, fourth quarter was tremendous, you know, offensively and defensively.
Indeed it was there. Hey, before we even get to break down the box score or anything else, Coach is already up here, so let me do a little figuring out who with the headsets.
We do have school tomorrow.
Oh, you're going to limit, are we going to limit me like we did the other night on this one? So, and joining us for the coach's comments, of course, Quincy Honda, Cunis Honda, Cunis Hyundai, Faith Family Giving Back. All right, Coach, I could break this whole thing down, but we'll be here till the first hour tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a long day.
You got it. And so, but I will say, we opened up in the first quarter being down 12-9, and I know the one thing at the first quarter break, you were talking about offensive rebounds because I think we gave up at least 8 offensive rebounds in that first quarter.
Yeah, we did, and you know, it's another thing we talked about, and you know, we've got to eventually take heart and pride in that and go get some rebounds. But fortunately didn't hurt us in the first half, but then when we got some silly fouls, it kind of caught up with us in the second half.
Well, that was the key, too. In that second quarter, you had a run of 5 to start the quarter, a run of 8 in the middle of the quarter, and a run of 8 in the quarter, be up 30-20 at halftime. That third quarter, we're up 38-25. I don't mean to remind you of this because you lived it, but they came back with a run, and we were still up at the end of the third quarter by 1, which was amazing. Fourth quarter, they pick it up, and we start looking, going, wow, why can't we get something going here? And then the threes at the right time. I love what you did the last minute of the ball game because you had to. Start fouling early, stretch the game out as long as possible, and take a chance that maybe they'll miss some. And when you put Ella Hirschenroder on the line, who's hit 3 threes, and she misses the first 3 out of 4 free throws, you knew the basketball gods were looking down on us.
Yeah, and our girls needed that. I mean, we struggled there into the third quarter, and obviously it hurts if Jada's not on the floor, but you can't expect a kid to play 32 minutes every single night, and we practice a lot without her on the court for situations like this, and we didn't do a great job of handling the ball. I thought we did okay, but we just didn't get where we needed to be offensively.
Yeah, there were some, like sections where 2 or 3 minutes you didn't get into your offensive sets well. You didn't make good passes, but then at the end of the game it was like, okay, inside, outside, kicking, getting the open looks, and going from there.
Yeah, and I thought the girls just continued to battle, and they kept playing, and we knocked down some shots. I thought Miley stepped up and hit a heck of a shot. Chloe hit a shot there for us. To get us within, within 1, and then, Miley hits that shot. It was a good team win. The girl, I thought everybody that played, they contributed. They did what we're asking of them. So, I'm very proud of them getting this win tonight on the road.
And that's the biggest thing right there. We had lost by 3 to them down at Quincy, and of course we have those 3 games in a row. These guys, Sterling, and then Alleman, just like we had earlier in the season, they were 3 close games. So we opened up the first of the last 3, and that was a good performance here, and I think the Blue Devil gals and your coaching staff need to be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, we are. We're very happy, and now we get a nice bus ride home, and then we turn around and come back up this direction Saturday and have another tough one against Sterling. So it doesn't get easier. Then we'll have a shoot around on Sunday, and then Tuesday we have Q&D, and then Thursday we go Alleman finally at a home game for us. So.
I was going to say the only difference between your first 3 in the first half of the year is you throw the number 2 team in the state, in the middle of that.
Why not? Let's keep adding games.
Play everybody. What the heck?
Right. The kids would rather be playing games instead of practicing this time of year anyway.
And for those people who will come out to that game on that Tuesday, the 4th, it is at Quincy, the Blue Devil Gymnasium. So if you saw it on your schedule, don't go over to Quincy High. It will be at Blue Devil Gymnasium. I expect a good crowd that night as well.
Yeah, it should be. It'll be a fun environment. We got a huge game on Saturday, so I thought the girls were excited now. So we've got to get home, enjoy this one, but then be ready to go come Saturday morning. Got
to think what day it is, don't you?
Yeah, they all go together.
Well, Coach, great win out here, and safe trip home, and we will catch you. We will catch the scores on Saturday, and we'll pick you back up next week.
Sounds good. Thank you. You guys have a safe trip back.
Thank you, Coach. And that's Coach Brad Dance. His comments, of course, brought to you by Kunis Honda, Kunis Hyundai, Faith, Family, and Giving Back. We'll hear from Kunis when we return. More of the Hardy's postgame show on MeccaSportsCo.com.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at QHS Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
Oh, well, it's up to this now.
And here we are back, Wellman and Pettit. After dancing the post-game show, Coach, I'll tell you what, that was some good stuff. Let's break down the scoring first on the other side. And I know I'm missing 1 point on our side. The key is it was the 1 point that wins the game, but I will find it as I looked down there and went, wait a minute here. Did Jada make both free throws in the 4th? She missed the first one, didn't she? Because that could be it right there. Yeah. Because that was 17. Yeah, so I'm covered there, so we'll pick it up. I think it might have been me that might have made one. Anyway, on the side for Galesburg, now 18-6, 8-2 in the conference. They were led by 17 by Jocelyn Kilgore. Did not score in the second quarter, but she worked it inside and was playing strong. Ella Hirschenroder had 10. That's included 3 3-pointers, but went 1 for 4 from the charity stripe at the end of this one. 8 points out of Grace Hirschenroder, 8 also from Lily Furrow off the bench, 4 points from Zanea Carter. You drop down to 4 also for Jocelyn Peck from inside, all in the first half, and then 3 points out of Chloe May. And looking down the lineup, of course, Taylor Hirschenroder started the ball game, did not score, and I believe that might be as deep as we went. It was for the Silver Streaks. On the other side, 1 point missing out of this, so I'll find it and get it back here. 18 points out of Miley Longcore. That's ML the second. And hers were easy because there were 6 threes. There was no finding a point there. 17 points out of Jada Brown. 11 from Chloe Nicholson. 5 points from Madeline Hamby. 3 out of Cameron Byquist. In the ballgame but not scoring was Mia Ellifritz. And we went 6 deep, and that's it. So these girls played 30-plus minutes, most of them, for this ballgame.
Yeah, and I tell you what, tonight I thought Coach Dance did a very good job of, using his timeouts to give the kids a little bit of a break. He took, Jade out for, a minute 41 here, a minute 41 there, and got her a little bit of time off. But she worked hard tonight bringing the ball up, against the Galesburg press.
Yeah, we had both our big girls, her and Nicholson, both. And you saw Chloe Moore handling the ball, feeling more comfortable, passing the ball, taking shots off the dribble.
Well, Chloe's used to that. Jade is not.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think it kind of took a little bit away from her, underneath the basket. But, overall, Jada had a very nice game tonight.
Another Jada night, which are, we get used to the same guys with the guys, the same players that are doing the good things. And sometimes we don't, give them enough accolades out there as well. So Miley Longcore, that's ML the second. She had 18 points. She's our Freiburg player of the game. We'll take a quick break there and come back to wrap it up in the Hardy's postgame show. Longcore with your player of the game. And here's Freiburg Insurance Agency on megasportsco.com.
Freiburg Insurance in Quincy is your local independent Pekin insurance agency. They're part of the community, and no one knows your insurance needs better than your friends and neighbors. Whether it's business, home, auto, or life, Pekin Insurance and Freiburg Insurance are ready to discuss your specific needs in person. Call them at 217-224-7774 and learn why it's always better to talk insurance with friends.
And we are back here. Everybody's kind of cleared out, and everything got quiet when the game ended, too. It was a very exciting game. Devils came back. Galesburg got the lead. Looked like they were going to take the victory home. Good crowd out here. And then the Devils placed the dagger and sent everybody home on a bad note.
Two big shots. One by Chloe, one by Miley. You know what I mean? 2 big shots that brought us back, from being, 5 down? 2 big threes.
Down 4 at that 53-49. And we hit the three-pointer.
One free throw.
Got within 1. They had the 1 free throw, and then we hit another 3 to win the ballgame.
Yep.
Good job there.
Well,
that was fun.
I kind of remember stuff.
And we swept Galesburg this week as the boys won 90-35 on Tuesday night. The girls completed here. And by the way, in between, I almost forgot this, the Devils wrestling team won against Galesburg 49-19. But the big key there is, and I forgot, I'll bet you it's not here on my sheet, we had one of our wrestlers got his 100th victory of the season.
100th victory probably of
his career. Of his career, right. But it was in this season. Thank you there for clarifying that. And guess what? It's in another notebook, so I will mention that again. But that was and I think it was Tyler, and I can't remember the last name. Thank you, Frank Cash, for posting that there. So a pretty good week for us against Galesburg.
Well, yeah, and, we've still got a lot of work to do, this weekend with the Blue Devils hosting Sterling on Friday and the Blue Devil girls going up to Sterling, which, they're ranked 6th in the state. They're a load. So, if we can go up there and snatch that one, then, come back for the crosstown rival, and then, this is a gauntlet of 4 games.
Lots of good basketball here, and you can find it all right here on megasportsco.com. You can watch it live. You can turn around and watch it again tomorrow. You can watch it the next day. And like the other night when you saw the alley-oop that Rice to Clay, and I don't know that you got a call. It was an oh my and a bunch of exclamation points there. We loved it. So, Coach, nice job here for the victory, and we'll catch you tomorrow night at Blue Devil Gymnasium.
Yep.
And for Coach Pettit, I'm Jeff Wellman. The final here at John Thiel Gymnasium. It's your Quincy High Blue Devils 55, the the Galesburg Silver Streaks 54, and you've been watching and listening to Blue Devil basketball right here on megasportsco.com. Good night, everyone.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
Good things are happening at Hardee's, right, Brian?
You know, here at Hardee's, we have a new $6.99 original bag. And you get 2 sandwiches, a fry, and a drink. You have your choice for the sandwiches between a regular hot ham and cheese, regular roast beef, double cheeseburger, or one of our chicken tender wraps. So you can pick any 2 of those, get a hot fry and a cold drink for only $6.99 here at Hardee's on 30th and Broadway.
That's Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.